Hey guys, so I don't feel like filming today. It's cold, I'm tired, it's windy, it's just nasty, and I'm not going to worry too much about getting a good video out of this sequence. And screws are going in great, and I'm just not... I measured the building wrong, or no, I didn't measure it. When I was calculating in my head, the overhang, so it's a 28-foot building, 10 pieces of metal will be 30 feet, so that means we have 2 feet of extra roofing. Instead of cutting that, we can split that on the end so we can add a 1-foot overhang. For some reason, I added a 2-foot overhang on each side, so now it's a 31-foot, 6-inch long building. And so if I got 11 pieces, which I'll cut another one, well then that would be 33, so either I add another 7.5 or no, another 9 inches on each side of overhang, or I have to do what I didn't want to do and I have to cut another piece of metal down the middle. And either way, I had to do the same thing I was going to do before, but now I actually get like a I get a 2-foot overhang, so that'd be really good for stopping water damage on the building. So I mean, it was worth it, but I thought I was being smart and getting like a 2-foot overhang and not gonna have to cut these, but I'm gonna have to end up cutting one because I just didn't think about it. It's stuff like that. Like, sometimes I think that if I'm not filming, I'll catch those issues if I'm not so focused on filming. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get another piece of this up here, and I'm going with 2-inch screws, and so that way they stick out the bottom. So whenever I put insulation, when I put insulation in here, the insulation can actually stick into the nails or the screws, and so that'll make it easier for the stuff to stay up. I don't know, that's just my justification for buying the wrong screws. Fuck it, whatever, fuck it. So I have a bit of a problem, and it does not entail the snow. I've been having the problem of my panels are not going down square, and so they're actually starting to turn like that. And so I keep putting one in like that, and they're slowly turning more and more to where they're kind of going like that. And so at the bottoms, this will overlap here, and then this will overlap again. So I've been even crunching the panels, like pushing them as far as they can so they don't overlap very well, because they're a bit pushed a bit much, and they're still slowly turning that way. Now granted, this building's not square, so whatever. Like whenever you look down the end of it, it looks like it kind of bows in a little bit, like a couple inches, but you only notice it if you're actually standing on like the back of our house and look down at it perfectly. But what I think I need to do is, my fix of me just trying to pull up the top and push in the bottom just isn't seeming to fix the problem. So I'm going to unscrew some of these screws and keep the end piece on, see if I can push this and have this bow up, screw this down, and then just crunch this down, and hopefully that'll make the bottom part, like, it'll buckle the bottom part a little bit. I'll screw it down, and I mean, hopefully that buckling will go into here. One of the things I worry about, and I think is the problem, is I think that the pile of metal was crushed at one end. So since I'm going the same direction, they were all the same direction on the pile or whatever, or maybe it's the side of the building because they were all the same direction too. Either way, I'm starting to think that they are consistently crunched on one side, so they actually are wedge-shaped panels. I mean, they're free. It's better than spending like 60 bucks a piece, but just it's a good idea to work with it. If I really want to, I can actually remove the fourth and the third panel and redo them, but honestly, they're off by like a ½ inch, so I'm fine with a little bit of it being off. It's just with this panel, it's off by like 2 inches from the bottom to the top. So, but only at the bottom, it's only off like ½ inch, like when the pieces line up. So it's not too important, but I just want to see if I'm minimizing it to where the problem doesn't get any worse going forward. But I have built into this design more than enough slop to where I can have like 2 or 3 inches, or sometimes 3 or 4 inches of movement up of the panels, so I can put them wherever would work best. So since even over the overhang I have like a good 2 inches, I could always just cut it straight, and then the ending pieces where they don't really match up actually might work okay. But yeah, I don't know. I just ran out of words. Well, fuck it. It's obvious I don't know what I'm doing, so as long as it keeps it dry, I guess. But I don't know. Either way, this workshop will look a lot better than the little shed that it's sitting next to, so that's for sure. I think these are wedge shaped. That's straight over there, and that's off like that much over the top. And now that is straight over here. It's getting worse. One bad thing about cold weather is you just slow down. I mean, even the train's feeling lethargic today. Usually that thing's pretty zippy and moving pretty fast. I think what I'll do is, on the top, if I screw into the peaks, then that should spread out the top a little bit more and hopefully give me some semblance of squareness. I don't know though. Kind of works. Oh my God, it's actually even. Hey Mike, can you come here? I just noticed something. Notice anything? Notice anything behind the camera? Yep. You know. Wasted like 4 hours looking for these keys. Hanging up on a nail I don't know what they hang them up on.
Maybe I hung them up.
I think it's safe to say that your memory is faulty, because you were like, I remember seeing them there.
It was 2 days after surgery. I was still hungover.
I said that.
I mean, I could have honestly picked them up and put them there.
And I said that. I said that, and you did not listen. Well, not bad for 3 days of work, and I think I might be getting sick now. I get kind of like that achy feeling and having like sore throat and stuff like that, so that's a good place to end the video. I'm really happy with the progress, and I'm really happy with how strong that is. At the end, we got it all nice and even, so now it's even, but I do need to cut another piece, so when me and my father go get another piece of metal, we'll just cut another 14 footer and then we'll probably cut a foot off of the end of that, so then we have a 2-foot wide piece or so, and that'll go on the end. But it's gotten so easy to put these up now that it won't be worth videoing it, so I'll just do that between the videos. And so yeah, count that as being done, and all pretty good. I just ordered the rest of the wood for that side, and so this side will have the plastic, but we're having a big snowstorm tonight, and I just don't feel like filming anymore, so that is a good place to end it. And plus I'm freezing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and oh, one more thing. I want to know what you guys think will be the best option for sealing the roof, because well, it has a lot of holes in it, and oh man, this hat makes my head itchy. But the hat's really nice and warm. The roof has a lot of holes in it, and I'm thinking perhaps using like tar to patch them, and then maybe in the spring I can actually fully like repaint the roof or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I don't know, because like right now there's a lot of holes in it and I need to fix it up. So please let me know what you think about that, and when I have a straighter mind, I'll go through all those suggestions and find what works best. I imagine you might be able to just seal it with silicone caulk, or just seal like a regular roof with a bit of a tar, and that might work, and then paint over it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really glad I ended that today, because I'm pretty beat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya!